Yeah.
Okay, I'm recording.
Sweet, me too. Oh,
Okay, welcome back to part 2, The Magic of the Unicorn with your boys, Eric and Ed. We are the Adventure Dorks.
we are absolutely dorks and we love adventuring. For those of you that watched part 1, who stayed with us, we learned that we found no magic and no unicorn to go with that. So we really want to find the frickin' unicorn in part 2. Yeah.
And those of us joining us for the first time, what we do, check out part 1 so you can get caught up. But we read Choose Your Own Adventure books, written by Deborah Lermy Goodman. This is
Not a sponsor, by the way.
not sponsored. We're not sponsored at all. This is The Magic of the Unicorn. I picked it up by Amazon. We'll drop the link somewhere in our description, depending on where you're following us at, and you can check it out for yourself. It does contain spoilers, so if you were planning on reading this book or waiting for the movie, stop watching. Stop watching. But share the video.
Yeah.
Share, like, and subscribe, depending on how you're seeing us. We haven't posted this yet, so we don't know where you're going to find us.
Really don't.
Honestly. But follow us, please. Your likes encourage us. And if you have any ideas for what you would like to see us read next in the Choose Your Own Adventure series or anything like it, please let us know. We'll check it out. We'll do it.
Absolutely. We'd love to read anything you guys suggest. We have a lot of fun doing this, and so hope you guys do too.
Yeah, there's a lot of commentary in it, guys, so just be prepared for that.
It's like creepy if I just stare at my camera.
It's actually strangely comforting, I think.
Okay, I appreciate that. Thanks. The last person I stared at did not say that, and now I have a restraining order. So
well, get out the bedroom window.
I was just their midnight guardian. Okay.
All right. So do we want to start from the graveyard and go through the hills? Their midnight, the guardian angel from
guardian
the shadows.
Angel from the shadows. They didn't know I was there.
Yeah. Do we want to start from the graveyard and go to the hills, or do we want to go to the leper camp?
I mean, I kind of want to get rid of all the angles from one before we go to the next one.
Okay, guys, and like, check this out. There's like this fun little on the back of the book. Like, it's kind of dope, and it says, "Visit us online at www.cyoa.com."
CYOA stands for Cover Over Young Astronauts. Oh God, I don't know.
I don't. That's not even the right acronyms. We'll go CYOA. So we like Cover Young
Ostrich Ass.
Ostrich Asses. Donkeys. So to give us a quick recap, we have the special friend. That's what the book calls her.
Marie Calendar.
We call her Marie Calendar. And she sets us off on a quest because the town's water supply is poisoned. So she reads us this anonymous poem, or we read it to her because we have it memorized. And now we are off to the graveyard.
Yeah.
We arrive at the graveyard to find a steeple, which we've found the endings there. You save the town without the sorceress, or you break your legs or die. Yeah. A horrible death as a 12-year-old girl.
A 12-year-old girl, apparently. Who's orphaned. Orphaned. Throw that in there.
Yeah. Get out of nowhere. Dude, the parents gotta come. Like, that would be the most random thing to throw in if they don't ever make an appearance in this book. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, absolutely. And honestly, as we're reading through this, it inspires me to want to write my own Choose Your Own Adventure, because now that I know you can literally just be going down a storyline and then just throw in whatever the heck you want.
Like, and a part of me hopes that the parents never show up, because that means Deborah Lyra Goodman was just like, and you're an orphan. Man. Or like maybe your dad's the villain. He just makes an appearance and he goes, I poisoned the water supply. It was me. Or he's the unicorn. And your mom's the sorceress.
Yeah, and their forbidden love of magic plumber and magical beast is not.
I thought you were going to be like their forbidden love of human and beast.
Well, kind of. That's where I was going. Yep.
Oh, my Lanta. Okay, so we're at the graveyard. We decide to go to the hills.
Okay.
Okay, going to page 5.
P.S. I just figured out as well how to put our videos side by side. It's gonna look a lot better than my last video in part 1.
I just figured that too, and so, but you had a lot of fun watching Ed's face.
Yeah, people
On
on
my
my
side.
a lot of fun watching your face because I was
Yeah,
just like a
we're-
little tiny thing in the corner.
We are both recording, so that's good. Yep, we're still recording. Okay. You decide to climb to the top of the highest hill. Once there, you wipe your brow and look around. Feeling a little perplexed, you remind yourself of the next line of the riddle. Watch which way the bat doth go. To hell with that bat.
Right? That bat led you to death and maimehood.
Right. Following the bat leads you nowhere good.
But I just
But
wanted
there
to
are
point
no-
out that if the whole village is in a big drought and there's no water, then where the hell did the sweat come from that we're wiping our brow with?
Well, there's water. It's just contaminated. So there's a drought, and the only water source is contaminated because the village people haven't figured out how to boil water yet.
Well, okay, that's fair.
Oh no, we can't drink water.
Or apparently, too, they haven't figured out how to remove a dead rat. That's the other thing. They were just like, it never says in the story they took the dead rat out.
Right? Or do they not have alcohol? Like, there's just so many questions. Because, like, back in the day of the Bible, right? Like, they used alcohol to purify water. So, like, when Jesus turned water into wine, he wasn't just trying to have a party. He was making the water drinkable for people.
Right, because back in the day, alcohol was safer to drink than water. Yeah.
Yeah. And it wasn't like...
History facts!
Yeah! It wasn't strong alcohol. It was just like, oh, okay.
Oh, what? Were you there? Do you know how strong it was?
No, but Jesus told me. He's my friend.
Okay, moving right along.
You decide to climb to the top of the highest hill. Once you're there, you wipe your brow and you look around. Feeling perplexed, you remind yourself the next line of the riddle. Watch which way the bat doth go. But there are no bats in sight. As you pace it impatiently, wondering what to do, you come upon a cave opening near the top of the hill. You poke your head inside, but it's too dark to see anything. Hello? Hello? You call, but only your own voice echoes back. The cave seems like a perfect place to find a bat. And maybe even the sorceress as well. If you think it's best to watch for a bat before you do anything else, turn to page 24. If you enter the cave to look for a bat, turn to page 33. Okay, so hear me out. The poem never says to chase a bat. That's what we did.
Right.
It doesn't say go. It says watch which way the bat doth go.
Right.
So,
and you know they
is-
mean it because it has a TH at the end of it. Doth.
Doth. Yes. So I say we go page 24. What
Okay.
you thinking?
I agree. Yeah, you'll see this in the edits, but I was acting out what you were reading. It's pretty good. It's pretty fun times.
Sweet street. Oh, sweat. I was gonna start singing. I was like, sweet dreams are made of peace.
A
Who
bad
am I? Murray Calendar sent me out.
Sweet dreams are made.
Us, sorceress. No one knows how to boil water. Ooh.
Ooh, Han. Oh, no.
Yeah. Boy, sorry everyone that you had to hear that.
Wow, that was
Sweat.
special.
Sweat streams down your face as you wait by the cave. At sunset, you finally spot a bat zigzagging through the air. Instead of flying into the cave beside you, it soars to the side of the hill where you follow it to a second cave you haven't seen before. You,
Oh,
you shiver with excitement. Ooh, shivers.
shivers! You ever get
As
the
you
pee
grow-
shivers? Oh, that's the worst.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Oh, oh, and it's so awkward because if you're... Oh, sorry, go ahead.
I was gonna say you wouldn't understand if you're a guy, but if you're a girl and if girls get those too, leave a comment below.
You want to know if girls have pee shivers?
Comment below if you do.
Like, I think it's so awkward when you have a pee shiver in a public bathroom, especially when it's those urinals that don't have the dividers. So you're just sitting there, right, and you're just like, ooh. And then people think you're some kind of freak and you're on some kind of watch list, and really, you just had to pee. Anyways.
I just like how I thought you were gonna end it with, don't you hate it when you have to pee shivers in public? I'm like, yeah, why should you urinate in public?
Yeah, I haven't made that mistake twice.
Oh gosh. Okay, you shiver with excitement as you grope your way through the darkness. Just
Don't like that word grope, but okay.
you're just it's dark.
I got to. If I ever can't see, that's my first action is groping. Gosh.
The darkness. I'm touching the darkness.
I'm gonna touch it before it touches me.
Brother Michael, I groped the darkness. I'm sorry.
Oh, that silly priest.
God. Okay. Listening to the sound of beating. Okay, so you shiver with excitement as you grope your way through the darkness, listening to the sound of beating wings. Suddenly, lightning streaks across your path,
Lightning?
striking the ground. Lightning.
I think we found the sorceress.
Yes. Suddenly, lightning streaks across your path, striking the ground just inches from your toes. Before you can catch your breath, another bolt flashes, followed immediately by another. Your heart is pounding with terror when you hear someone mutter, "Magic Mother of Merlin, where's the thunder?"
What?
Who's there? You called nervously. Oh, I gotta change my voice. I'm an old lady now. You are undaunted. What about unicorns? Do you know anything about them? You
Wow.
ask this. Wait, hold on.
Comes right out there and says it. Okay.
Just kidding. That is the wrong page.
Oh.
I forgot it's not a regular book. An enormous flash of lightning illuminates the cave, revealing a wizened old woman draped in purple velvet. "A visitor!" she exclaims. And the next thing you know, daylight has replaced the darkness. "Congratulations!" she crackles. "It's been 261 years since anyone has been able to find me."
Because
I
they
hope I
didn't
didn't
look around a
skip it.
hill?
Because you're hiding in a cave poem. Lady, why didn't you make a poem? Why didn't you just be like, hey guys, I'm gonna hide. I made a home in a cave. I'm just there. I'll turn off the lightning.
This is even... I'll turn off the lightning. This is even worse than part one. They literally is like, it's been 200 years when all we did was walk to a hill, walk around it, there was a new cave. So in
Right, because,
200
like,
years...
In 200 years, no one's gone to the graveyard. And if they have, they didn't think, wow, what lovely hills. I should go on a walk and explore. They just... Like, the first thing I do is I'd explore a cave if I found it.
Anyways,
Probably not.
yeah,
I'm afraid of Bob's pants.
I'm a little underwhelmed at how astounding the intelligence is of this village. Yeah.
Remember when you were upset that they didn't know about two parts? What was it? H2O?
Yeah.
Hydrogen and oxygen? It's
Good point.
The 1500s, and you're just like, they don't even know the molecular structure of water in the 1500s.
They don't know
How dare
atomic particles. These
they?
idiots.
What about alchemy? How are they supposed to change things into gold if they don't know the molecular structure?
Yeah, they're still measuring things by how many goats are lined up by each other.
This is about 52 goats.
52, 2 goats.
52 goats wide.
Oh.
Okay.
It's been 261 years since anyone has been able to find me.
She's a smoker now.
Oh,
I
okay.
hope I didn't scare you. I was just practicing my storms. For the life of me, I can't get that thunder to work.
As one does.
You open your mouth to say hello, but instead of your voice, a deep rumble of thunder emerges from the back of your throat.
Excuse me.
There's the thunder.
She shrieks gleefully. You're afraid to open your mouth again,
Don't be shy.
says the sorceress warmly.
I want to know why you've come.
Well, there's lightning in my throat, lady. What did you do to me?
Okay, so that whole thing you just read, don't ever search if you're trying to find this book without the safe search on. There were so many double entendres and innuendos in what you just said. I can't even.
Unicorn? What kind of porn do you think is popping up under the term magic of the unicorn?
You'd be surprised.
Magic on the unicorn. Only fans.
That would be
Kind
the
of-
funniest thing ever. There probably is on OnlyFans if someone just has a unicorn.
Follow us on OnlyFans. $5 a month for a subscription. Can you imagine, like, if kids were talking, like, Mom, the Adventure Dorks, they're on OnlyFans. I need an OnlyFans
Adventure
account.
Dorks. They're on OnlyFans. I kind of want to make one now of the Adventure Dorks, and it's just us doing dorky stuff.
The same stuff you could have for free. It's just the same content, but you're paying the subscription because you love us.
I hear that happens to a lot of people, and they get really mad. Cracks me up.
Like, that they make it, or people subscribe and they get the same content.
So they subscribe and get the same content.
Well, do your homework first, people. You have no
Right.
one to blame but yourself. But I guess it's a little deceptive. Okay, so hesitantly, you part your lips a bit. No thunder roars. So you tell the sorceress about the tainted water in your village. In your village well. I just, like, did we miss something? Because it was just a dead rat. I bet what it was is the water was tainted and the dead rat was, like, supposed to be like, look, this rat drank the water and died.
Oh, man. See, I went totally off on an ADHD tangent there, and I thought that was a mafia hit, and the rat was someone who narked on them to the police was actually a dead body that had been, like, bloated and rotting in the well, and that's why it was tainted. I was way off.
Oh, man. Fair. It reminds me of the mysterious case of Liam something. I don't know if her name was Liam. She was found dead in a water tank.
Oh.
And yeah, it was actually super tragic. And for a long time, people suspected, like, foul play and murder, because how do you wind up dead
In a water
in
tank.
a water tank? I think it was without her clothes. She may have had her clothes on. I don't recall. But it turns out that she was having some type of like psychosis and wasn't in the right state of mind and fell in by mistake. Super tragic. Super tragic.
Wow, so that's where comic books lied to me. If you usually fall into giant vats of liquid, you either become a superhero or a supervillain, and apparently you just die. That sucks.
Don't forget, animes lie to you because you don't wake up in a new fantastic world where every hot woman wants to just marry you.
That's such a weird trope in Japanese anime. But anyway, sorry. So, old lady.
Anyways, we're distracted. Yeah, old lady. You flit your lip. You tell her about the tainted water. She shakes her head.
Sorry to disappoint you, but I can't clean up that mess in your well. Water is not my domain. Never has been. Never will be. Why? I can't even create rain to go with my lightning. And now thunder.
Page 26. You are undaunted.
Yeah,
What
we
about
are.
What about unicorns? Do you know anything about them? You ask the sorceress. I've heard they can purify water. The words have barely left your lips when you see a handsome unicorn stepping lightly around the cave.
Okay, what? What?
You reach out to stroke its flank.
Whoa!
But
Get
the
consent.
Yeah, You can't just pet a unicorn, guys. They're like horses, but with a horn.
Yeah, and you don't just be touching its flank. For those of you who don't know what a flank on a unicorn is, that's its butt.
You can't sneak up on a horse. They will kick you.
Hard.
They will kick you. And this one can impale you.
Yeah, like a narwhal.
And we don't know if unicorns are poisoned.
What if the unicorn is the one that poisoned it?
You gotta have a talk about boundaries with that unicorn.
Got to.
And moral standing.
Right, because with great power comes great, things that are important to other people. And you should follow them. Oh, yes. Yes, sorry, I didn't want to. Copyright infringement.
Okay, we put the unicorn, but the unicorn vanishes abruptly.
Okay.
You've now been gorged by a unicorn. Oh, shoot.
Just an illusion.
The sorceress explains.
It's as close as I can come to creating a real unicorn, but it's no good for cleaning water.
Have you ever seen a real unicorn? You ask.
Several times.
She replies casually.
There's a unicorn living right here in the forest.
Oh my gosh, I just...
Can you tell me where to find it in the forest? She shakes her head.
I'm afraid not, but I should be able to help you in some other way. If you'll excuse me, I'm going to change into something more comfortable.
Stop it, that's not what it says.
Exactly what it says, man.
Are you kidding me? Because I feel like that's something you would say just to be silly.
Hey, the Adventure Dorks, only fans.
Adventure Only fans.
Old women that sound like smokers are gonna slip into something more comfortable.
Find us and more. Find this and more at Adventure Dorks Only fans.
I always think more clearly as the wind.
You watch with astonishment as she flings her purple robe over her shoulder and spins on two.
Spins into what, man? You're killing me.
Why, Deborah? Why, Deborah Goodman? Why? Okay.
I want to know what she throws her thing over her shoulder, spins into a what?
Spins until she seems to be a lavender tornado.
Lavender? Are you kidding me? We're back to essential oils.
Full circle. Full circle.
This whole thing is a ploy for essential oils.
If Deborah ever watches this, she might hate us for this. She'll be like, "You took that out of made that way more dirty than what it should." You know what, Deborah? You're right, and I'm sorry.
And you know what, Deborah? That's kind of our thing.
Is being dirty, but I have soap.
Yeah, and I've got bleach for my... What? Okay, so she looks like a lavender tornado.
Tornado, yep, with essential oils. The next thing you know, the tornado fades and a cold wind rushes around the cave. Howling and shrieking, a violet cloud slowly forms, and it's the sorceress. And from it, the sorceress emerges.
I got it.
She announces breathlessly.
I guess. What is this spell that may help you find the unicorn? I could give you the power to speak with animals. Or I can net you a golden net for catching magical beast. Take your pick.
Okay,
Why can't it be both?
She can cast one or two spells that may help us find it. Okay. She can give us the power to speak with animals or knit a golden net for cat. So let's think about this. Mm-hmm. This is where my head's at, Ed.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, magical net. We catch a unicorn. We have the body of a 12-year-old child.
Yeah.
Are we going to be able to haul a unicorn back? Especially we've seen the cover.
Yeah, apparently there's going to be a tree that gets us and a dragon.
Like an iguana that shoots fire. I think shooting fire at the tree.
Oh, there we go. Okay.
I think he's trying to be like, that damn tree's always going to try and grab kids, but I ain't gonna let it.
No way.
It's time, tree.
The tree was just like, it was dark. I was groping the dark.
Because the sun was nighttime. I was just,
Nighttime. How was I supposed to know there was
I can't,
things around?
I can't see it unless I grope. Oh, that's a good amount of darkness right there. I like the way that darkness feels.
Okay, it just got creepy. Anyways, no, I think it's true. That's a good point. Because also, I think the ability to talk to animals will help us more. Because a net is great to catch a magical creature, but until we know where the unicorn is, the net does nothing.
Right, and instead of watching bats, we can talk to bats.
Oh, to be like, F you, bats. Why are you so bad
like,
at?
How come every time I follow you, I die? Well, we fly. Why are you falling off the edge of a church? Touche, bat.
Because
Touche.
oral tradition told me to.
Because Deborah said we were going to climb down.
Deborah said we're going to climb down and follow the bat.
Just flew out a window.
It's just so glad you're calling the author by name. Because Deborah said.
I like to think that me and Deborah are homies.
Nice.
Okay.
That's fair.
I'm going to page 45. We're going to talk to animals then.
Yeah, we are. Watch, there's going to be some kind of twist. Like maybe we're supposed to get the magical net to catch a leprechaun that knows where the unicorn is. I never know with these things.
We can negotiate the unicorn. Like, yo, unicorn, is it true that your horn can, like, purify water? And the unicorn goes, no, that's just a rumor. It's a really big misconception people have of my... But have you tried finding that magic goblet at the church?
That's the whole point of this. That was the whole point of that blessing from God, was that if there's ever a drought, you had this unlimited source of water. Have you not? Oh, if you don't find the goblet, guess what? Under the church is a river. So...
Can you imagine? Like, something bad happens to the priest, pisses him off, and he's just like, the world can suffer. Just...
I call upon the floods of Noah!
It takes like 90 years. Or probably longer than 90 years. Oh, he's just menacingly.
And they're like,
You
yep.
will die by my hand.
They're like, yeah, my feet are kind of muddy, but that's about it, good sir.
Somewhere the villagers like, quickly, cut the water before it rises too fast. Keep shitting off the top.
Oh, yeah, this is a great village.
Even if you can't find the unicorn, you'll have fun talking with other animals.
Oh, good point. Thanks, witch.
Says the sorceress.
Sorceress.
She scoops a handful of brown flakes from a basket.
Okay.
What is that?
Ears and tongues from 12 creatures.
She explains. You look away with disgust as she puts the flakes in a bowl and crushes it into a powder.
Ready?
The sorceress carefully spoons the powder into each of your ears.
Open your mouth now. Don't worry, the rest will dissolve and you won't taste it at all.
She places a dab under your tongue.
A dab?
You can barely tell it's there.
We're now giving drugs to kids. She's dabbing. Oh. This is... Sorry, I didn't catch the last thing the sorceress
What the hell,
said.
Deborah?
Yeah,
What the
Deborah! Oh, thought we were homies.
Gosh.
I mean, just because it's the medieval ages doesn't mean you have to have kids doing drugs.
That's what I'm saying. How do I know if it works?
Go ahead and try it.
She suggests.
Come back.
Bat, hey! Bat! You shout, feeling a little silly. Within seconds, the creature flutters towards you and squeaks. Beep, beep, beep. I mean, that's how a bat would talk, so. But translated, it says, you called?
You called?
Please lead me to the forest. You thank the sorceress, then follow the bat out of the cave and through the hills to the edge of the moonlit forest. There you say goodbye to the bat. Hearing a rustling in the branches above, you call, "Hello?" Turn to the next page.
It's a little predator.
You're not wrong. Look
Oh!
at it, attack that child.
Okay.
Stranger danger.
Get away from me, you hooter.
An owl swoops out of the darkness, startling you as it lands on your shoulder. "You must be a friend of the sorceress," it hoots. "Yes, I am. The well in the village is tainted, so I'm looking for a unicorn to clean the water." "You'll have to decide whether you want just the horn or the unicorn itself," says the owl.
What?
"Why?" "Yeah, why?" "This afternoon, a warlock cut off the horn of the only unicorn I know. I'm not sure how magical the unicorn is without it, but I'm willing to bet the horn hasn't made the warlock any less wicked. That demon isn't going to be eager to lend you his new treasure. I can lead you to either, but neither one may be useful."
Yeah, that was a turn I didn't see coming.
Okay.
Because if I remember the actual lore correctly, that Deborah set up, Deborah said that they said a unicorn's horn cleans the water. But is that only because the horn's connected to the unicorn? And because the unicorn's what's magic? Or is it the other way around and the horn is what's magic, so now the unicorn isn't magic? It's like the chicken or the egg kind of a thing.
Right. This is what I'm thinking. There's no blood or nutrients going into the unicorn horn anymore. So, I mean, I'd imagine that the horn is made out of like bones, like teeth, kind of.
Like
right?
enamel?
Yes, just like that. So like, I don't know if the unicorn horn's still working, but worst case scenario, we take the unicorn back to the village, and I guess we don't have to chop it up and get to its bones. It's got those horse hooves. We can just dip the horse hooves into the water. It should be the same stuff, right?
Wow, you were gonna chop up a unicorn. That's way more darker than I was gonna say. I was gonna say we could at least
people.
I was gonna say we could at least, slit its throat and drain the blood into the well, and that might purify it. But to chop it up, jeez, man.
Man, just to get to the bone, we can kill it humanely.
Yeah, and I don't think the warlock is gonna give a 12-year-old girl his horn.
Right. Like, and the owl, who seems friendly so far, is just like, yo, this warlock is bad news.
Right.
So, us as a 12-year-old girl, what are we going to do? But if we get the unicorn, maybe we can jump the warlock in a dark alley or something.
Yeah, because the unicorn probably wants revenge. Let's go. I love a good revenge story. Revenge.
Right. And we're a little girl. We just show up and like, "Oh, I'm lost." And then the warlock goes and he's like, "I have a horn back in my cave." And then the unicorn shows up, kicks him, and he's like, "You remember me, bitch?"
Yeah. That's how unicorns talk.
And that's my horn.
Yeah. You pervert. Right, because obviously if the warlock doesn't respect the sanctity of a magical pure creature, he's not going to respect the sanctity of child life.
That's a great point.
I'm just saying, I think we should go.
Or maybe he does. He's like, whoa. I have a stand. Okay, I'm a poacher, yes. But I also love children.
Right, just because he poaches animals doesn't mean he doesn't have a...
Well, listen, if y'all just told me your water was tainted, I'd help start a fire to boil that shit. Like, why?
He's like, I'm a warlock. I can fix that stuff.
Guys, I have a unicorn. In fact, I heard you needed help. That's why I chopped it off.
That's why, because it turns out the unicorn's actually a big a-hole, and he wasn't going to help you guys.
Got tired of that unicorn breaking into my garbage, eating my trash, knocking it around everywhere. freaking annoying.
Yeah. So what did we decide?
I think we're gonna go to the unicorn.
Okay, yeah. Let's go to the unicorn.
Yeah. That sounds the safer. It's just like you show up to the warlock, he shoots you with his Glock. Oh damn. Damn horror.
Dang it, this warlock, man, has got a Glock.
Yeah, he's legit. Okay. The owl flaps its wings. To the unicorn. You hurry after the owl, stumbling on roots and thrashing through brambles.
Oh, thrashing.
Slow down, you call. I can't see in the dark as well as you can. Human beings, hoots the owl scornfully. Why don't you sleep now, and we'll go to the unicorn in the morning? Ah, good idea, you reply.
Never trust someone you just met who tells you to go to sleep.
Well, this next line. You curl up at the end of an oak tree.
Oh.
Is this tree made of oak?
I don't know. Is it? Oh, I'm not a herbologist. Or whatever, a tree.
Tell us, Deborah.
Not an ent. I don't know. Freaking Deborah setting this up right off the cover.
I know. Spoiler alert, the tree's alive. Gosh, Deborah.
Jeez, Deborah, all because of a hooter. That's an owl. That's an owl. Jeez.
Let me tell you, man. Those hooter waitresses, they are not interested in you at all. They just want the tip.
Yes. Okay, we're
trying to make money. Adventure Bros.
Adventure Bros. OnlyFans. Oh man, this whole episode's gonna be on our other channel, unedited, uncensored.
I mean, it's not too bad.
It's not.
You know,
I mean,
it's not horrible. It's not great. It's nothing we couldn't edit out later.
it's not great. All right, so we're set up for the cover.
Let's see, and you drift into a dreamless sleep.
Aw,
When
that
you
sucks.
awake the next morning, the owl is perched on your shoulder. I'm glad you suggest. Oh, sorry, it's not the owl speaking. I'm glad you suggested I rest, you say as you stretch out your arms. I feel great. Is that how she say it? She probably just says like I feel great. Good. Now let's get going. You can eat some berries along the way.
I thought it was going to turn super dark and was like, she went to stretch her arms and they weren't there. It was just bloody stumps. And she looks up.
She was a tree.
They was the tree. Phew. Glad we went with berries in the morning with your new owl friend. Thanks,
Like,
Deborah.
Took your arms and made them my branches.
And that's where I thought it was going to go. Deborah, opportunity missed.
Mm-hmm. All right, let's look at this. I don't know what's happening, but
What in the Rumpelstiltskin?
oh, maybe I went to the wrong page. Yeah, I went to the wrong page. Okay,
All right.
page 22. The two of you make your way through the sun-streaked forest. Even though you know the unicorn has lost its horns, you feel certain that you'll find a way to clean the well. Maybe the unicorn can tell me where to find another unicorn, one that still has its horns. You chatter happily. I bet the unicorn knows all kinds of ways to clean water. You soon reach the small clearing. There's a crowd of woodland animals is gathered around the unicorn who is lying on the ground.
She's dead.
Oh no, moans the owl. What's wrong? You ask. Is the unicorn sleeping? I don't mind waiting.
That is not what she asked. No. Has she never seen a Disney movie?
Has she never watched Bambi? Bambi wasn't. It's the 1500s, Ed.
Well, she's set up to be a Disney princess. She's an orphan. Her parents died. She talks to woodland creatures. You don't ever ask if you find something laying in the woods, if it's sleeping, if it's surrounded by carrion animals that are eating its flesh.
Fair, true.
I might have added that part in my imagination.
That's what animals would be doing. Well, the animals turn to stare at you.
You're too late.
Says the squirrel.
The unicorn is dead.
The end.
You kidding me? Does it really end right there?
Yeah, man. We chose to look for the unicorn, and
So then
messed
why
up.
can't you be like, oh, the unicorn died, now take me to the warlock?
yeah, that's a great. Because there's a horn. She's just like,
That was like, you get one shot.
that was just. Well, I don't want to mess around with this warlock. he's sent his message.
And I don't need to learn it twice.
I'm going home. I'm no snitch. No one tell the warlock I helped this girl find the unicorn.
No one do it.
No one.
Jeez.
God.
That's probably the most disappointing ending yet for me, that it just ends there when there could have been literally 100 other options at that point.
Right, like it's not. She just goes. Sorry, Marie Calendar. I learned that there was a warlock that had the horn, but the unicorn was already dead.
So I just said screw it and came back.
just came back. There's an underground river in the church.
And a magic goblet. There's two solutions in the church that do not involve a unicorn.
Like, ow. But I did take back its thigh bone.
Right, well, she could have at least been like the Native Americans or First Nations people and utilized the whole animal. Just because the horn's gone doesn't mean you can't use the flesh.
She could have been like Lord Voldemort, just been like, I heard if you drink it, you're immortal.
How would have a fun twist that would have been. The way she saved the village wasn't by finding water, but she found a cursed source, and she brought back the unicorn blood, and they all lived forever because they survived off of blood.
And they're just hella thirsty.
All the time. And that's what it meant by you live a cursed life, because you're always thirsty.
Just like, I'm always thirsty now, and they don't make enough like those little fun sun-kissed drinks, Capri Suns. They don't make them big enough.
And you're always riding me for saying it's the 1400s, and here you are talking about Capri Suns. Jeez.
Right, because I'm Voldemort in this scenario. Voldemort was alive in modern times.
That's fair. That's fair. So do we want to go back and try to find the warlock then?
Let's do it.
Since apparently Deborah can't write that into the story. Jeez.
Deborah, don't hate us. We
know. We love you, Deborah. Or we wouldn't be
We don't
reading your
even-
books.
Yeah, like if anything, we hope this encourages people to get more choose your own adventure books.
Look how much fun we're having. And
Right, and I'm gonna say get it from. I mean, we'll still post the link because we said we would, but I'm gonna say get it from this like cyoa.com. See if that's still around. Buy it directly from them. Help out Deborah.
absolutely, she deserves it.
I hope. I mean, I don't know what kind of moral standing Deborah is. She could be a bigot of some sort.
True, she could be.
And then
That's
how
a
silly
fair
would
point.
you feel if Deborah just showed up at like some Nazi rally? Like, I'm not saying it's you, Deborah. I haven't done the
You
homework on
went
you.
all the way to Nazis. You were at like here, and then you were
Yeah.
like,
You don't know. You just don't know people.
it's true.
You don't know them. Okay, so what is it? We're gonna go.
Cheese. Ha, you said queso. Get it? It's Spanish for cheese.
Man, spoiler alerts. All these endings.
Oh no, did you accidentally flip through them?
Talking about Harry Potter.
Stop it. It's the freaking yelling shroot babies.
Yeah.
I can't remember what they're called. And all of you Harry Potter fans out there are probably freaking out because I can't remember the name of them. And y'all probably know how to even spell it. It's fine. They're screaming shroot babies to me.
Come on. I should follow these. This is the challenge with these choose your own adventure books. It's like you don't keep your finger on the page.
That's fair.
Hey, look, there's actually like a picture of Deborah in here.
What? Does she
Yeah.
look like she goes to Nazi rallies?
No, she actually looks like a really sweet lady.
Oh, good job, Deborah. Oh, what's up, Deborah?
Yeah, like I'm gonna read this about the author really quick.
Oh, okay, that's the best choose your adventure so far.
Yeah, when she was growing up, Deborah Lermy Goodman. We're just gonna call you Deborah.
Yeah.
Deborah Goodman wanted to be a painter in a. Ah, damn it, Deborah! You're gonna hate me. I can't read worth crap. She wanted to be a painter in a Parisian garret. That never happened.
Wow, her autobiography is as good as her stories.
You know what, though? Even though that never happened, that doesn't mean you didn't deserve it, Deborah.
Yeah.
I hope you found something better.
Like,
But other interesting things did. In addition to writing The Magic of the Unicorn, The Throne of Zeus, The Trumpet of Terror, she has written one other book in the original Choose Your Own Adventure series, 2 children's books for the Smithsonian Institution, and many magazine articles, mostly about textiles. She has directed community schools, led a mayor's office, studied Chinese, and lived in China. And finally got her dream job teaching English to adult immigrants. She lives in Cambridge, Massachusetts with her husband, John. Wow, what a good person, actually.
Wow.
I think, like, just the fact that she likes teaching English to adult immigrants, because that's
definitely not something neo-Nazis do. Definitely not.
definitely not. And I think not something a lot of people would identify as their dream job.
True. True.
You know, like she's a fan of helping people live the American dream. So, Deborah, thank you for these wonderful books and
Thank you,
for
Deborah.
helping out those awesome immigrants.
Absolutely.
Going back to looking for the
Maybe
what the
we'll,
hell is it?
for the future
Oh.
episodes, we might have to like get bookmarks, because then we can leave the bookmark at the place where you turn from, so then we know how to get back there.
Right. That sounds.
Or it just like the way Deborah wrote it, just be you're stuck. The story ends. You found a dead unicorn. Where? It's over.
Okay, we're getting on to something here. I'm finding stuff that looks familiar. Okay, we got the owl.
Mm-hmm.
And this time, we're going to the warlock.
Yeah, we are.
Warlock, we're coming for you, bitch. I didn't say that. I didn't say that word. I'm sorry.
That one's not in the Bible. Is it? I don't know. I haven't read it
Yeah,
recently.
it is not in the Bible that I'm aware of. Ancestry is, though. Incest is in the Bible.
So is the word bastard.
That one is.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And it's my favorite picture.
Oh gosh, Rumpelstiltskin. Here we go.
Listen, we should avoid that man.
I agree. Unless that's the warlock.
You're gonna need some therapy yeah. It's the magic horn I need, not the rest of the unicorn, you tell the owl. I want to meet the warlock.
Silly owl.
Follow me. The owl leads you along a dry stream bed where water flowed before the drought. After walking a few miles, you spot the flickering light of a campfire. Squinting your eyes, you can just make out a small figure dancing around the flames. Is that the warlock? Lower your voice, scowls the owl. He has extraordinary hearing on the sharpest of eyes. When you are finally close enough to get a good look, a tight knot of panic forms in your stomach. The warlock's eyes glow red in the darkness, and his gleeful howls strike terror in your heart.
Whoa.
Well, I guess I'll just have to ask him if he'll lend me the unicorn horn, you whisper to the owl. How many times do I have to tell you? He isn't the kind-hearted soul. He has no heart at all. He's not much taller than me, maybe I can sneak up on him and wrestle him to the ground.
He killed a unicorn! Sorry.
Then I can grab the horn and run away before he can stand up. You sound more confident than you feel. Are you sure? The warlock won't hesitate to use magic to win a battle, warns the owl. If you decide to reason with the warlock, turn to page 72. If you think you're strong enough to overpower the warlock, turn to page 83.
Man,
So
Go ahead.
yeah, here's the warlock for reference. That's who we'd be thrown down with, but we have the body of a small girl.
But she's probably very tough from working the fields from the time she was 5 because she inherited a farm when her parents died. So she's also mentally tough. She's already trauma trained. So I'm sure she could take on this warlock. But I really feel like both of these options are terrible and both are going to end in disaster, is my prediction.
All right, let's think about this. Let's think about this. We know the warlock kills animals.
Magical ones. So he's powerful.
And I feel like I mean, we haven't heard any warnings about a warlock. You know what I'm saying? Like, there wasn't any warnings in the poems. The sorceress lady didn't warn us about the warlock. We know he's there from the intro, and we know that the owl is kind of scared. But we also haven't, like, provoked a fight. Like, we're talking to an animal. So, like, this animal's perception of violence is different than a human's. You know what I'm saying? He could be, like, watching this warlock go hunting, and he's just like, what an evil man. He killed that deer, and he's feasting on her flesh.
And what if he's one of these warlocks that's put all of his time and energy into his magic, so he's actually very physically weak?
I think this dude is smoking pot and is just a chill dude.
There you go. Red eyes,
He
glazed
probably
over.
turned the unicorn horn into a bong.
The Unibong! That's genius. That is genius. So then you can reason with him, man. You can make up
You just go on a quest for Cheetos, come back, you should be fine.
a quest for Cheetos.
It's the 1500s. Can you find Cheetos?
That's fair.
Okay, do we want to reason with him then?
I guess, because I just feel like fighting a guy that just killed a unicorn ain't gonna do nothing.
Well, though, we don't know if he killed the unicorn yet. Because maybe by looking for him, we're disrupting the plan.
Well, he already cut off the horn. That's what kills unicorns, I thought. Because that's the source of their magic.
Oh,
Like,
fair.
yeah, I don't know, though.
Yeah, I don't know.
Well, probably
Maybe
never...
we can... What if we take it, find the unicorn, duct tape it back on?
I like that. I like that.
Yeah.
So how are we taking it? Through the power of our mind or the power of our strength of a 12-year-old girl?
We're gonna mind power it.
All right, let's do it. Let's do it.
Don't you touch me, Warlock. Internet crimes against children's watching this.
Yeah, and the whole groping in the dark ain't gonna fly.
You know.
Sorry, Deborah.
Oh.
I know you wrote that sentence innocently, but this day and age, you can never use the word grope.
I feel like that just tells you like how old this. Like, I don't know if this book's old. I feel like the Choose Your Own Adventure books are, though.
Yeah.
You know, and even if it was released, like Deborah's from a. Yeah, look at this. This was copyrighted in 1985.
Shut up. In 1985?
1985.
Eric, that was before either of us were born.
And then the artwork and design and revised text was copyrighted in 2017. So, yeah, like this is definitely the artwork is new, which is kind of cool that I think they went back and did that.
Yeah.
The Magic Theme 1980. You know, I kind of feel a little sentimental now. Knowing that Deborah's this nice lady and we're reading her book in 2022 online for people. Like,
Yeah.
it's kind of cool. Like, I think
That
the
is
Choose
cool.
Your Own Adventure books need to make a reemergence. Like, more kids need to read it and get off OnlyFans.
Yes, kids. Get off OnlyFans. and get in the books.
Yeah, stop being like your dad and get out OnlyFans. You don't need to be on that website.
You don't need to be like that. Don't support local businesses. Wait.
I mean...
Is
They're
that?
not
I mean, if
local.
you subscribe to OnlyFans, is that supporting like local entrepreneurs?
Like, I don't know if the word local would be accurate, but like, yeah, entrepreneurship, sure.
Okay. All right. Dude, I too drank a Diet Coke. Hashtag not a sponsor.
But, I mean, we wouldn't be upset.
Yeah.
That Coke.
Okay, let's go reason with this guy with our 12-year-old knowledge.
I'll ask the warlock to lend me the unicorn horn, you announce. And although you try to sound casual, your hands are trembling.
Ooh. From all that groping in the dark.
Good luck. Good luck, says the owl. I'll wait here. You walk closer to the campfire before calling. Hello? Or, hello. The warlock abruptly stops dancing. As he strides toward you, his glowing red eyes are fixed on Marie Callender's talisman. You slowly extend both hands, palms up, to show you have no weapons. The warlock studies you warily, then shakes your hand. You try not to shudder as his hot, blistered hand touches yours.
Oh.
Oh, gosh.
And here comes the essential oils pitch. You got hot blisters from a scorched
What?
unicorn horn?
I got Clover Essential Oils and WD-40.
Most
and 10W5D.
I don't care. You just sniff it.
I also have crack. Oh.
Wow. Wow. Yeah, that'll cure what ails you. Wow.
Man. After describing the danger you're facing, your village, you ask if... let's see. Yeah, after describing the danger you're facing your village, you ask if he would lend you his unicorn horn. The warlock laughs sourly. Between the world of angels and the land of demons, there is no one who will ever touch my unicorn horn. Banish that idea from your mind immediately. But a sly grin spreads across the warlock's face. For a certain price, I could concoct a potion to clean your well. I have no money. It's not money I want.
Oh,
the warlock
boy.
stares intently at the pendant hanging from your neck.
Crimes
Well.
against children in fantasy times. Here we go.
Crimes against children. We wait for people to read books, fantasy books about children, and we knock on those authors' doors and we say, "Why?
Why, Deborah?
Why? Why did you put this fictional child in danger?
Mm-hmm. Not on our watch.
Breaking her legs. This isn't Batman.
Where are the drugs?
Where's the unicorn?
Where's the unicorn?
Where's the unicorn? Do I look like Father Michael to you?
Do I look like Father Michael?
Do I look like a sorceress?
Do I look like a bat?
Do I look like a magical goblet with unending water?
Do I look like a shoeless 12-year-old girl? we dragged that out way too long.
We really did.
Do I look like a talking owl?
Do I look like Michael's grandma?
Where did Grandma come from? Okay.
Do I look?
Sorry. I'll stop.
Where did you get that? Well, from my friend, Marie Callender's. Give it to me and I'll mix a potion for you. I'm going to see what's behind... What the... Oh, because I then turned to the right page.
Ah, that happens.
It was talking about the trap door.
You're like, what the heck?
You're just like, Yeah, so give me the pendant and I'll make a calendar. Okay, but there's a trap door I'm gonna look at.
In the middle of this forest that you're dancing around, creeper.
Okay, so we get turned to page 81. You hesitate, but Marie Callender's words, use it as you need it, echo in your mind. You unclaps the charm and give it to the warlock. He returns to the campsite and begins mixing a potion in a goat skin flask.
Oh.
Finally hands it to you. Pour this in your well tomorrow night before the moon rises, and by the time the moon sets, your water will be pure. Thank you. You hurry back to the owl and gleefully shout, let's go. I'm going to save my village. And
Wow.
you do.
Are you kidding me? That's how that ends? Just with the and you do?
Oh my gosh. I love like how like Deborah Sykes says, we know there's this crazy adventure. You know, and Deborah, granted, she didn't I would be interested to see what the like original cover looked like, right?
Yeah.
But like there's so much hype around this unicorn. And there's like 3-4 endings in here now that we've gone through where
It did.
you don't need the unicorn. you didn't even need the unicorn's horn. Like
Yeah,
the dude's
unicorn's
just
horn.
like, it's a pretty dope necklace, actually. I'll tell you what. I got some tablets I ordered from Amazon. I'll tell you I'm making a potion and you just put it in your well. You'll be fine.
Is that lemongrass essential oils? That's hard to get. Yeah, you hand me that pendant and I'll make you a potion.
Is that lemon juice? Heard it kills cancer.
Oh.
Yeah. There's a lady I heard that died because she had cancer and thought that eating clean and vegan and drinking like lemon juice or something would.
Oh dear.
Yeah, I don't know how much truth is behind that. But...
Well, that really brought the podcast down.
Oh boy, yeah. Sorry, guys.
Let's go back to making jokes about dead magical creatures and children in precarious situations with scary adults in fantasy realms.
Only fans. Adventure Dork.
Adventure Dorks. No, don't say that after I said kids with adults in precarious situations. Oh my gosh. Damn it, Eric.
We're going to have to cut that one out.
Oh, we're down. Now we really are going to have an internet children task force thing.
Gosh, well.
Damage all the hell. So yeah, that's weird. I mean, like, I admit, it's been fun reading through these adventures as dorks, as we do. But, man, it seems so anticlimactic with every single one.
For real, like, the hype gets up there, and then it's just, like, what happens?
Okay, time out. See, it was better before, this whole time in this podcast, your mic was covering your face. But now people are going to see how handsome you are and how ugly I really am. Like, I'm already ugly. But then when they're like, oh, his best friend's the hot guy. I'm like, yep, And so now, yeah, great.
But they're going to be, like, looking at this and be like, why does he have cat fur all over that pillow?
Oh, yuck! Is that what that is?
Yeah, that's just...
Wow. I don't know if I would have admitted that online. But
no, I admit it. I gotta clean that up. I don't know when that happened, but it's there now.
yeah, it happens.
Yep. All right, let us. So let's attack him with our 12-year-old girl body.
Yeah. Let's see how that one ends. That'll be fun.
Okay, let's jump him.
Let's jump the stoner.
Okay. I'm going to fight him, you tell the owl. It's the only way I'll ever get the unicorn horn. You creep closer to the whirling warlock, then duck behind a tree. Peering cautiously around the trunk, you spot the unicorn horn beside the warlock's dancing feet.
What?
With more strength than you knew you possessed, you hurl yourself at the warlock's back. He stumbles, nearly falling to the ground, but quickly regains his balance and flips you over his head. You
What?
crash to the ground. He knows judo.
Oh.
The warlock roughly yanks you up again, gripping your arms tightly. He stares into your eyes. The next thing you know, you are dancing feverishly, memorized by the fire in his red eyes. The warlock blinks slowly a few times, and you find yourself growing very sleepy. You can
Okay.
barely keep your eyes open, let alone continue dancing.
You just got
Overwhelmed.
warlock roofied. My
We
dude.
got hardcore.
Jeez.
Man, you can barely keep your eyes open, let alone continue dancing. Overwhelmed by slumber, you are conscious only of the warlock's whispers in your ears. Sleep well, foolish urchin. You have 500 years to dream.
What?
The end. And that's him roofing you.
Oh.
So, like,
What?
we talked to the animals, right?
Uh-huh. Oh,
Okay, so
yeah. What happens if we would have got the magical net?
Hold on, let's go to page 40. Is it page 45?
Because can you use the net to catch the warlock before he kills the unicorn?
That is the dumbest thing ever. We get cool ass talk to animal powers,
Uh-huh.
and the only two options are negotiate with a terrorist or stumble upon the dead body of a unicorn.
You're right. I think, yeah, Deborah? Man. Gosh. I don't know where you're going with this.
I'm gonna Google Deborah. I think Deborah's dead.
Yeah, if this book came out in 85, you said, that's like, what, 37 years ago?
Yeah. There she is. Oh, she looks like such a sweet lady.
Oh, okay. I'll quit saying bad things.
Deborah looks like an awesome person. I mean, she might still be alive. I'm on that CYOA website, and she's kicking it. She's literally kicking it. Like I think I'm capturing my screen so you guys can see her kicking it. You can also see my email up there, so we'll have to blur that out. But Flight of the Unicorn. She was really into unicorns. The Rescue of the Unicorn, The Flight of the Unicorn,
The
Throne of Zeus, The Trumpet of Terror, yep, and The Magic of the Unicorn. She's got 1, 2, 3 books that she's written about unicorns. She's into the unicorns.
Yeah.
Well, I don't see anything that says she has been deceased. So I think she's just enjoying her best life right now, teaching English to immigrants. And that's dope.
Awesome, man. But then you're making me feel all guilty and shameful. Like, it was easier when I didn't know anything about her and I could just say whatever I wanted because it wasn't a real person in my mind yet. But now she's real and she helps immigrants and
very flexible.
What?
She's super flexible. She has this picture and she's like in a garden and her legs are like and I'm wearing shorts. I just felt like I had to OnlyFans,
Adventure Dorks, Garden Stretches, Old Women Authors.
Garden Stretches. That's the name of my second OnlyFans account.
Your second? How many do you have?
4.
Oh, man. What a good... Oh! I'm an idiot. That was so scary. I was messing around with this drumstick, and it popped out of my hand, and it hit my really nice computer screen, and it went kablooey for a second. But it's okay now.
So I guess we get the golden net.
That's might as well. Let's track that one down and call it a night after we
After we run into a
unicorn. Oh!
Look at that.
What is Marie Calendar doing?
No, it's not Marie Calendar. That's the sorceress. We're back with that lady.
Oh, okay.
I haven't made this kind of net for a few centuries.
The sorceress warns.
I hope it works.
She sprinkles some herbs into a pot over the fire.
Blood of a griffin. Scales of a dragon.
She recites as she continues to add ingredients.
And the unicorn's eyelash.
She stirs the concoction and tosses in some gold powder. The sorceress dips a pair of knitting needles in the simmering potion. Your eyes widen with amazement as you watch her swiftly knit a sparkling net. Going to the next page.
So she knitted this net out of a potion. And you laughed at me when I suggested that in this time of world they could cut off the top layer of water and use the clean water underneath.
I'm sorry, Ed. I did not realize the entire properties of water.
This is me knitting a net out of water.
There.
She sighs.
Now use it carefully. This net can snare any magical creature, not just a unicorn.
The sorceress leads you out of her cave. I feel like my next question would be, what other magical creatures are there? Like when you say any magical, like what are we worried about here?
Well, and the other thing too is we're still no step closer in knowing where the unicorn is.
Right. But as we found out, the sorceress, who's hidden for 200 years, has just been over the hills by the graveyard in the second cave. So the unicorn's probably next door to Marie Calendar.
How funny would that be this whole time? It was like, the unicorn was next door in the shed.
Oh.
As we've
Marie
also
Calendar's
learned.
like,
Darn it!
sorry.
My
would. The guy bought turnips again, those damn unicorns.
I was afraid to go into the shed because of the cockroaches. And then freaking Father Michelangelo's like, it's the same with my spiders. Like, oh man, this village is weird, man.
Father Michelangelo's my favorite. It's just he's got a goblet of endless water and an underground stream, but he's like, I'm just too scared to check out my place.
Right, because both of them he could have, like, investigated and found. He was too afraid to go into the basement, and the other one was, oh yeah, I've totally seen bats. I never thought of that. They're up in the tower.
Yeah, there's a life lesson in this somewhere.
Yeah.
Search your home. You never know where the magic goblet will be.
Okay, so and as we've also learned too with some of these storylines, these adventures, things just happen with like in a sentence. So let's see what happens with this magical net that was knitted out of a potion. You think that's a thing? That weird, like, what do they call it? ASMR? And they just do the noises? Is there like ASMR knitting?
Yeah, probably.
For like people that miss their grandmothers?
No. No, why? Why? I just people like miss their grand. Oh. Oh my lord. Now I kind of want to get to, you know the have you ever heard about that grandma gamer? She plays Skyrim a lot.
Yeah.
Sweet lady. Now I want her to come on this. I want her to come read my own adventure books with us. I would have a blast. Like we don't even need to stream it. If you ever watch this, like we can just do it us three off the public.
We should, as a guest reader one time, get an actual grandma. You know how funny that would be? But like you and I don't change anything we do. And like just see this poor old lady's reactions.
I'm offended.
I'm a Republican. I know.
She just says that out of nowhere. We're like, welcome to Adventure Tour. I'm a Republican.
Oh yeah, right now you're on the internet. For all you lonely grandchildren out there.
I'd like to just formally invite Ted Cruz's
Stop.
grandmother to come on the show.
Stop. We don't even know he has one.
Wait, don't even. Well, he just spontaneously. Ted Cruz has always been.
Cruz has always been. He's Alpha and Omega. That's weird. I heard that there's lizard people in the government. We don't know. He might be one of those. And I know that lizard people reproduce asexually, so that means no grandparents. Oh. We should also point out Ted Cruz not a sponsor.
nor is the GOP.
Or anyone that does ASMR knitting.
Oh, God. I can't. I'm sorry. I've been laughing so long, people.
That makes sense.
I was ready for Teddy Cruz an asexually reproducing lizard man.
Why would you put it like that? That makes sense. When his steak got cold, he went to Mexico, because that's what reptiles do.
He's just sitting on a rock.
Oh my gosh.
For those of you who aren't watching, I just stuck my tongue out like a lizard. Oh gosh. Lord.
Yeah, for anyone that's just listening, that was a long laugh track. I hope you enjoyed it. And I hope you're listening to this at like 2 a.m, like we are recording it, when things are more funny than they should be. But the idea of Ted Cruz being a lizard man
just
that reproduces asexually and suns himself on a rock when his
too cold,
man. My blood's gonna freeze.
Man, we definitely gonna need to have someone after we edit it, like watch it and be like, yeah, guys, I was great.
I'd love to show this to a test. We should have like a test screening and invite some people to just watch it, and we should record their reactions. Oh man.
As our self-esteem dwindles.
As our self-esteem drips away.
Nah, you know I'm being positive, Ed. This is how we make our millions.
I'm all for it.
Like, Ted Cruz is a lizard man. They're so funny.
Like, because you know there's gonna be some people like, that makes sense. That's why he went to Mexico.
Someone's like, watch them wind up dead. The adventure dogs are gonna go missing. I promise you, they're gonna go missing.
They're just on another adventure.
That just in hell.
Probably.
Okay. All right.
Yeah,
there we
that's
go.
right. Magical creatures, not Ted Cruz, that asexual reptilian.
Let's see now. Use it carefully. You can capture magical creatures, not just a unicorn. Sorceress leads you out of her cave. When she sees night has fallen, she says,
Are you sure you want to begin your search now? You could come back to the cave with me and get a fresh start in the morning.
"Thank you for everything," you replied, "but I think there's enough moonlight for me to see where I'm going." You wave goodbye and set off for the forest. You're walking through a thicket of pines when you realize you forgot to ask the sorceress how to use the net. Should you set a trap with it or try to cast it over the unicorn once you find it? If you think it's
What?
better to wait until you see a unicorn to use the net, turn to page 60. If you decide this is the perfect spot to construct a trap with the net, turn to 63.
I hate these options.
I love how I am a 12-year-old girl. We're a 12-year-old girl in the 1500s, and we're just like, I know unicorns just come around here, and I know how to set a unicorn trap. I'm gonna put turnips out.
Even though no one's seen one, and the only one that hasn't seen one in 300 years, but this is the spot.
This is it.
I can feel it in my nuggets.
Yeah, I hate these short. Like, there's nothing to go on.
Because, like, the owl also said, sleep till morning, you'll do better.
Like, hear me
Then it was
out.
too late, so maybe we need to go get it right now.
Well, there's really not like a go get 'em option because we're either waiting or we're setting a trap. So I say we wait to see the unicorn because then
Okay.
we have the trap and we don't capture like Rumpelstiltskin or something.
Right. Man, and I just once again am amazed at the lack of intelligence for these poor people in this village. Like, I literally, in my head, I pictured her carrying this net and then being like, how do I use a net? like, there's literally one way. You just, hi-ya, and you
Well,
catch
like
it.
maybe she's just like, I don't know how magic works. Maybe she's just like, you know, do I need to say magic words to activate this?
Okay. See,
Okay, dude.
I was being
need
too
to-
critical. That makes sense.
I know you. Ed freaking expects these people from the 1500s
But
to know science.
I love how you change the year every time too. Sometimes it's 1400, sometimes it's 1500.
Yeah, I mean, there's still not a lot of difference. I don't think that the knowledge gap was that difference between the two.
That's fair. That's totally fair.
People in the 1500s are like, yeah, ever since we switched to the 2-goat counting system instead of the 1-goat, so things are a lot faster. Can't believe those people in the 1400s only counted 1 goat at a time.
Yeah, losers. All right.
You walk through the moonlit forest, searching for the unicorn. Finally, you become too tired to continue. You curl up beneath a pine tree and fall asleep, clutching the golden net tightly. As you float in and out, this is what sucks about these choose your own adventure books. Like, I don't, sucks probably a bad word, but like, the choices I make are not reflected in this. It's like, yeah, and you decided to take a nap.
Right, which was the other choice practically, but
Right. Well, okay.
yeah.
As you float in and out of dreams, you sense someone or something watching you.
It's the tree. We finally got to the tree.
I hope so. Opening one eye, you see a small white horse sniffing the net. You set up. The horse skitters back with fear. It's okay, you whisper, holding out your hand. Come here, horse. The animal draws its head up proudly and
Do I look like a warlock?
Maybe you can't recognize me without my home, but I'm still a unicorn.
Oh.
I didn't know unicorns could. That. Deborah, you set us up.
Set us up,
You
Deborah.
set us up. You give us a talking spell option. We didn't even need it for the unicorn.
Didn't even need it.
Didn't.
Didn't need to talk to animals to find it, apparently, either. We literally could
My-
fall asleep, and then somehow falling asleep, we set up a trap. Because that's not what it said when we fell asleep.
Yeah, well, thank goodness we didn't set the trap.
Cha!
You set a trap, and you caught HIV. What?
I thought you were gonna
Oh.
say you caught a blue eyes white dragon, like a trap in Yu-Gi-Oh.
That would have been. I missed opportunities there.
We could go
Missed
with
opportunities.
HIV, I guess.
I mean, I meant to say Hep C. I feel like HIV is too heavy.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
You know. Sorry, everyone
That's
with
alright.
HIV.
I called Ted Cruz an asexual lizard man. Who doesn't have grandparents.
And like we
Oh.
mean asexual in the sense that he reproduces by himself. Because there's the different asexual now, right? There's the spectrum. Isn't that a thing on it? Don't people identify as asexual?
Yeah, yeah. Where they like have no sexual desire or drive or something.
Yeah, I think so. I'm
not up on that as I should be.
Yeah, same here. I just know I'm the boring kind of straight.
Boring kind of straight.
I mean, there's just so many like cool things on that spectrum that I'm just like, yeah, I'm just like I'm the normal. I mean, I don't want to say I'm the normal one. I'm just
I was gonna say I wouldn't.
like that's a bad way to phrase that, but like
I wouldn't go
I
down
don't know,
this
people.
path.
I just think it's just kind of colorful and fun, like how many different kinds of things people got now.
That's fair.
And,
Okay, so
and, like,
talking unicorn.
yeah. Talking unicorn. Sorry, tangent. As you float in and out of your drain, the horse skitters. You tell it to come here. I didn't know unicorns could talk. I didn't know unicorns could talk. You exclaim. We do. Many things people don't know about. The unicorn answers. What happened to your horn? Just this morning, a warlock attacked me and cut it off. The unicorn explains sadly. You see, the horn holds my magic, and without it, I'll die by dawn. That's terrible, you cry. Could a sorceress save you? Maybe, answers the unicorn. I know one ritual to restore my home, but I can't perform it myself. A sorceress might be able to help, but there's so little time. Tell me about this ritual, you urge the unicorn. It's called the Rainbow of Tears. It takes 1,000 teardrops under the light of a moon and to form the rainbow, says the unicorn. You want to help the unicorn, but aren't sure whether you should run back for the sorceress or try to think of a way of creating the Rainbow of Tears yourself.
Just think of your dead parents. Boom. 1,000 tears.
Oh my god.
But once again, holy turn I wasn't expecting.
Right, well, and like, how far away am I from the sorceress? You know, like, they don't explain how far we are from the sorceress.
I said you walked around and got tired. That was it.
Yeah. And then we wake up. So we could be. So we were walking. It was nighttime. We were probably feeling pretty energetic because we just found a sorceress. We walked out. It's probably been a few hours. So we're a few hours away. And we got no idea if the sorceress can teleport or not.
True. Very true.
I'm feeling a rainbow. We tried to create it ourselves. What do you think?
I guess it said a ritual, huh? So it doesn't necessarily mean you have to have magic. Because my thought was, even if we cried 1,000 tears under the moon, what good does that do us unless we can actually do the magic for the ritual? But it doesn't say you have to have magic to do the ritual. So yeah, let's just do it. Seize the moment, man. Like Eminem said, seize you one opportunity, one shot. Do not miss this chance.
You got mom spaghetti.
All over your sweater already. Actually, she doesn't. Mom's dead. Remember? Wow, what a terrible callback.
Man.
Frick, Eminem, what were you thinking?
Gosh.
How insensitive to orphans.
Yeah. You know what, orphans? There's a lot of things here that might trigger you. So make sure before watching this, you watch it at Family Garden, so you can at least feel like you're being treated like you have a family. But
Do you mean the Olive Garden?
yeah, what did I say?
Family Garden?
Oh no!
It's okay.
If you grab someone else's parents and bury them, you'll get more parents.
And marry them.
Bury. Yeah, like a tree.
Oh.
It might work. You never know unless you try it, but I don't say you try it because that will result in human death.
No.
In case you were really that dumb.
Well, some of our viewers might be. You never know. And by some of our viewers, we currently have 0, so I can say whatever I want to about them.
Ah. Okay, well, so you nervously twist the golden net while thinking of a solution. Looking down at the net, you exclaim, I've got an idea. Without another word, you race through the forest with the net unfurling like a sail behind you. Stomping your feet and thrashing past branches, you find a Lego. You step on it. You have 1,000 tears.
Shut up. It does not say that.
It doesn't. It doesn't. That'd be great, though.
That would be so awesome.
Stomping your feet and thrashing past the branches, you startle the birds out of their slumber. As they fearfully flutter into the air, their wings tangled in the magic net. With each bird, it traps the net. With each bird it traps, the net grows larger until it holds thousands. Holy hell, where are you? We just captured thousands of birds. This is amazing.
Really?
Exhausted, but triumphant. Yeah. You return to the unicorn, leading an enormous golden cloud of screeching birds. Cry, you shout. Cry for the unicorn, and cry for yourselves. If you don't want to die, birds, you cry tonight.
Who hurt you, little 12-year-old girl? Wow. Cry for the unicorn and cry for yourselves.
Oh my gosh.
This is my favorite one so far. That's intense.
That's a great line. I want that on a shirt.
Cry for the unicorn and cry for yourselves. Shirt idea. Thank you, Deborah. Copyright. Hashtag something. Not a sponsor.
Yeah.
Okay, then what happens, man? You're leaving me hanging here.
Okay,
I'm dying.
I'm going. You never know whether they understand your plea or if the terror of the entrapment makes the birds weep. You watch in astonishment as the first tiny tears glisten in the eyes of the hummingbirds. The swallows sob, and shiny teardrops slide down the long bills of the woodpeckers. It's working! Oh, it's working! Cries the unicorn over the noise of beating wings and the piercing cries of the birds. A glorious rainbow arches from the moon to the earth. Slowly, the unicorn's horn grows long and lustrous, glowing with a light of its own. When you finally realize that the birds from the golden net, they soar freely. They soar freely through the forest. I owe you my life, the unicorn tells you. How can I repay you? You are so awed by the wonder of the evening that it takes you to a moment to speak. For me, seeing the rainbow of tears has been enough, but my village needs your help too. Take me there. I'll do whatever I can, replies the unicorn. And the two of you turn toward the sunrise and walk to your village. The end.
Okay, that one kind of like... Oh, okay there, horsey.
Yeah, that's kind of sad.
Why is the rabbit looking up our... Anyways.
Also, how do we get to this part?
Right, maybe that's not an actual part. Maybe it was just kind of a conglomerate of all the things that could happen.
No, because look at this. Look at this. We haven't done this part yet.
So now we got to go back and do the leper stuff, part
Oh,
3.
Yeah, I don't.
Okay, but I was going to say, before we get too far ahead of it, how funny would it have been that the unicorn's like, thank you so much, I worked, I owe you my life, and she was like, I need your help to save the well. And he's like, oh, unicorns don't really do that, that's just an old wives' tale.
Yeah, or if she just ended, he's like, how can I ever repay you? Oh, this has been repayment enough. Thank you.
And just leaves.
She leaves. What a magical adventure this was.
Gets back to the guys, I can't wait to tell you how magical it was.
I found a unicorn. Did you bring it back? Ah, damn it, I forgot. I'm such a klutz. YOLO.
YOLO. Guess we all will, because there's no water.
I guess we all die now.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, somewhere back at the church. I wonder what's up in that steeple.
Why are there all these damn bats all the time?
What?
Oh my gosh.
Oh my god. Why, there's a trap door up there. I'm looking at it. I wish I wasn't scared of heights.
And
right up
how...
there.
If the trap door was opened by pulling on the rope that rings the bell, how has it not accidentally been opened after all these years?
Right. If I had the powers of Lizard Man Ted Cruz, I would totally climb up there. I'd climb up there and see what was there.
Lizard Man. That's my favorite thing that's come out of this podcast so far. Oh my gosh.
Oh man.
Oh.
Lizard Man Ted Cruz. Yeah, dude. That was so great. I wasn't ready for that. No one was ready for asexual lizard man.
That needs to be another t-shirt. Asexual lizard man Ted Cruz.
Ted Cruz. Oh.
Hashtag adventure dorks. OnlyFans. We have asexual lizard men.
Without grandmas.
Without grandmas. And without all the other horrible things we say.
My gosh.
So I'm glad we found the unicorn, but now I want to know where the heck the dragon is and the tree.
I'll be honest, it lagged out for a minute. What did you say?
I'm glad we found the unicorn, but now I really want to know where the dragon is and where's the freaking tree.
Yeah, right? Like, and well, let's check out the intro again, because there's a fire-breathing the dragon that you mentioned, and a devilish duchess who stand in my path. Path, right? Like,
why is the Duchess hanging out with the lepers? Because that's the only place she could be at this point.
Oh, and this is super interesting. Check this out. That girl's got a helmet.
A helmet or like a crown?
It's like a steel helmet. It's kind of hard to see, but
oh, interesting.
Kind of like the top of like a knight's helmet almost, or like a steel cap.
See, and I think that is how these Choose Your Own Adventure books get you drawn in, because you're like, wait a minute. I saw all these pictures and heard about these things. Where are they? Because I admit, when I was younger, when I tried to read these books, I had way too much uncontrolled ADHD monsters, so I would just get frustrated and quit. I don't want to read all of them.
Yeah, well, I think these books are fun.
Oh, I think
it's a super cool. Like, I don't know. Like, maybe I'm just dumb here. I just don't know why they didn't catch on more. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, is the format copyrighted? Is there a reason other people didn't want to adopt this? Like, I don't.
Maybe we should bring it back, man. I really want to write some of our own now. If this is how it goes, and you can just make whatever up depending on the page you turn to, that's amazing.
Mine's just gonna be full of death every time. It's gonna just be like, all right, you're hungry. When you wake up, you want to go to McDonald's?
Died of dysentery.
Yeah, I mean, it's just like, you go to McDonald's. A terrorist from the 15th dimension opens up a portal and comes in. He stares at you straight in the eye. He opens up a gun. He pulls the trigger.
Wow, that was
No,
extremely dark.
This just goes to the end.
The
It's
end.
like, who's the terrorist from the 14th dimension?
Right? Ah. Man.
Man,
Well, that was heck of fun. How
was
late
fun.
is it?
it's like 1:34.
Oh, shoot. I should probably hit the hay.
I know, I should too. But good times, man.
Dude, that was so much freaking fun. I hope you guys listening had fun listening and watching. Had as much fun as we did, if not more fun. We're the Adventure Dorks. Anytime you want to dork out, please subscribe.
Yeah. Leave a comment below on your favorite choose your own adventure book.
Yes.
If you've read them, tell us what your favorite one is.
And also, we'd love to hear your comments about anything else you'd like us to read and have fun
read or
reading.
play. We'll consider it. We can.
Yeah,
look
I
into
can
it.
play an ocarina. What are we talking? What are we talking
I'm
about?
not correct. Yeah, I can play me a mean. Nah, like if there's any cool like video games, we could do that. Preferably that follow like the format.
Oh, of
Choose
choice.
yeah.
Got ya.
Yes. Like anything that follows this fun little like choose your own choice books. Recommend it. We'll check it out. We might just do more choose your own adventure books.
Absolutely, I had an absolute blast.
It's way too much fun.
So
It's
much
way
freaking
too much
fun.
fun.
And I felt bad you had because I'm an idiot and didn't order the books sooner. But I will have them next week so we can take turns and you're not doing all the heavy lifting by yourself.
Oh man, that's okay. That was still a lot more fun than I thought it would be. So that was good times. Good times.
That was great times.
All right, guys. Take care. Till next time.
Till next
Be on
time.
the lookout for part 3.
Yeah, where we hopefully find a dragon and a scary tree.
And a devilish
Oh.
duchess.
Yeah, whatever that means.
She's like a duchess, but devilishly Dutchy.
Just that sounds like touchy. And there's already been enough groping. Oh gosh.
Oh, dark roping. That's my favorite.
Oh my gosh, right? Just groping the darkness, like that's a normal thing to do.
Like, I get it. I think she probably meant like wandering around.
right.
But I just have this.
Yep.
Where am I?
You're
Where am
obviously very skilled at groping. Yeah.
I'm going to just be groping, and if someone happens to be there, it's not my fault.
Yeah, uh-huh. Hashtag Adventure Dorks. OnlyFans.
Oh, devilish duchess. I hope you're not in the dark.
You can find Eric under the username Devilish Duchess on our OnlyFans account.
That's my new street name. I want to be known only as the devilish duchess.
I love it. And then I want to be known as the asexual lizard man.
Yes. Yeah.
Oh, shoot.
Yeah. Okay. Take
All right.
care, guys.
See ya.
Signing off. Peace.